What is up, Sideways? We are back again this week with part 3 of the Starion video. So stay tuned right now. We're going to jump right into it and let's get it. We're pretty much done with this car. Batteries in the trunk, wiring harness is all wired up. I mean, we're about seconds right now from being able to be starting this car up right now. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Only small little things we got to do still left is power steering and pretty much make an intake pipe and put the radiator in the car. Which we'll be doing in this video as well. We've already mocked up the radiator. You know, we do know how we're gonna be doing it. There shouldn't be any problem, but Danny's gonna be here in the next probably 15 minutes. We are ready to start. So fuel lines have already been tested. We got no leaks. Just super excited about getting this thing on the dyno. I mean, how could you argue with that, man? That is just awesome. Gonna be putting the short shifter in today. We're getting the drive shaft made, the custom throttle cable, and lots of stuff to come with this car. We're gonna be installing the camshafts if the customer's budget does allow it. I do keep BC's cams in stock since we are sponsored by them. And yeah, guys, so let's get right into it and let's get this thing done.
Look at that, guys. First startup, guys, first crank. Over here with Dyno Dan doing his thing, you know. Going on while Danny's running it. So it's pretty much as easy as just plugging in the connector right here to the AEM net connector. So let me get that on. And as easy as that, guys, we got oil pressure at 103, 105, fuel pressure at 30 psi. We need to raise that up real quick. Water temps at 109, charging at 14 volts. So yeah, let's get that going. All right, guys, so quick little update on the Starion. She lives and she sounds bomb as hell. So we're in between all this mess of crap that we got to deal with this thing right now, getting everything cleaned up, getting all the fluids all in and everything, making sure there's no coolant leaks, getting the power steering hooked up. If anyone did not know, this car is a steering box. So those two fittings down there are going to be your high pressure feed line and also your low pressure return line. I have a reservoir that I'm going to try to fab up and make work. I got to make a bracket for it. I got this really cool aluminum reservoir with basically the right size fittings I'm gonna need anyways here, already ready to go. I'm gonna try to mount this, if I can, right here with the fittings facing down. That way we got some nice short lines. I got to weld on a little tab on the back of it to hook it up to the brake master cylinder. I think this will look really nice and kind of match everything else in the bay. So that is all done. We got to go ahead and put the dash in front of the steering wheel and finish cleaning up everything inside. Make a little battery tie down assembly back here, finish getting all the fuel pump stuff finished up and mounted. But I think we're gonna go ahead and push this car through first for Thursday. So drive shaft is done. We're about to go pick that up right now, and looks like we can get the clutch bled and all that stuff done today. So stay with it, and hopefully shortly we'll have this thing moving. All right, guys, so we are all together, just running it right now. Power steering is all done. Lines are all hooked up. All the finalization is done. Radiator is in. Wiring is tough, about as much as you can possibly get it in this thing. Very clean, kind of nothing anywhere. I got to make a bracket for the dipstick, possibly a hood latch bracket, because I don't know what the hell happened to that piece. It's somehow just gone. And I mean, that's about as clean as you can get with the wiring. Got one zip tie to put over here, and I mean, pretty much all as you can see, guys. So we got the short shifter in already. Got the VTI dash just sitting over here on the side. Got to put everything together on the car. But all in all, looks pretty freaking good, guys. Look at that. Light up that dash. Dang, bro. So cool. Battery voltage is reading. We got gas gauge reading. Everything else is going to be on the CAN system. I didn't bother to try to wire all that up. I know I possibly could probably do it, but for the case of this. Radio's working, windows are working because we are already in it. Still need to make the battery box or a little battery tie down back here for the battery to put this in the corner. I want to put it right there. Run a little Honda battery so that this will close down and everything else too. And I mean, everything works, guys. Super stoked. Danny came by earlier and got that thing that started up, as you guys saw. And we're ready for dyno. So if you haven't already seen the other videos of this stuff, there's part 1 and part 2 of this video. Also this week, we're gonna be getting this S14 on dyno. This is Johnny's car, 1JZ non-BBTI swap, RM54, BC cams, comp turbo, AEM Infinity, same race dash as this one from BTI, the 7-inch full race display. So stay with it. We're gonna go ahead and get the exhaust done because obviously it's super loud right now. And get the hood on and just get her all cleaned up and ready to go, dude. Let's get it. Guys, so we're back at the shop this morning, and today is dyno day for the Starion. We got everything done after putting in the long hours and the long nights and everything to get this thing finished. We are done. The whole interior, the whole car's back together, as you'll see right now in the video of us washing the car. You can kind of check everything out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera right now and show you guys how beautiful this thing looks in person. You guys a quick show of the interior in this thing. It is just immaculate, guys. Yeah, it needs a vacuum. Don't knock me for that, but I mean, dude, this thing is just looking amazing. Car drives great. Can't wait to see what it puts out on the dyno today. So here's a look inside. Get it. All right, guys, so we just arrived at Apex USA with the StarQuest on the dyno right now. Danny's gonna go ahead and lock in the timing and we're gonna get rolling. So let's get it.
All right, guys, so we were done with 91 octane. We just went ahead and got lunch and grabbed the E85 right here that we're gonna be putting in right now. This is about 12 gallons of E85, so we're gonna go ahead and pump the tank dry, go ahead and put all the E in, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what she makes. She made about 414, 415 wheel horsepower on 91. That's at about, I think, 13 PSI. This engine does not have camshafts in it, unlike all the rest of our other engines, so it is pretty interesting to be able to kind of see what the cams do, and it kind of looks like you do get about 50-60 horsepower with the cams. It is running a comp 6865 turbo T4 turbocharger with an 81 AR. It's pretty much what we usually pick for all of our 2JZ cars. As far as the rest of the setup, it's just going to be just typical basics from my intercooler kit, stage 4 clutch kit with a lightweight flywheel, and then we have one of our intake manifolds that we always do from Superstar, the King's Royal, with 1300cc injectors. If this is your first time seeing any of the Starion videos, obviously this stuff is already listed in the other videos, but since, you know, you guys are probably watching this maybe for the first time, I'm just gonna go ahead and go over it with you guys. And I mean, pretty much that's about it, guys. So I mean, full standalone AEM Infinity, obviously flex fuel if we're gonna be able to be doing E85 and 91, 90 mil throttle body, you know, 3-inch intercooler piping, you know, all the other stuff that we would typically do anyways. So stay with it, and Dan needs to be getting back right here from his lunch too right now, so we're gonna go ahead and get it in and let's see what she makes. All right, guys, so E85 is in. We're gonna go ahead and do the first pull on ethanol right now. All right, guys, so we just got back from Dyno right now. Car did amazing. Ended up putting down a nice 500 horsepower solid number. Car drives flawless. Zero problems, zero issues. Super happy with how everything came out. Swap looks beautiful. Gonna be a really cool car. I know we're gonna end up taking it to Supers in Vegas. Gonna be doing a lot of cleanup on the vehicle, getting all the lines on the body cleaned up, putting the corner lights in, just getting the car to look more kind of just, I guess more new age, but still staying kind of retro. So right now, we set up the two-step. I already put the switch in the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and do two-step, which I think a lot of people need to understand with these vehicles and what the difference between two-step and anti-lag is. So really quickly, two-step is gonna be your launch control. It's gonna be used for drag racing, from a dig, or, you know, anything you're going to be doing with that. It's not really used for rolling, you know, rolling anti-lag and anti-lag are two different things. So anti-lag is the pops and the bangs that you see when you see all the Supers online and at car shows and car meets shooting flames. That's anti-lag, it's not two-step. So everybody always asks for the two-step, but they really want to see the anti-lag. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and do a two-step to warm it up. I'm gonna give it a few revs, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the pops and bangs that everybody wants to see. This is gonna conclude the video. So thanks you guys for watching. Car came out super awesome. If you wanna see any more things like this for crazy builds that you wanna get done, or questions about how we did this, or, you know, anything, just hit us up on Instagram or through YouTube. Also, you also wanna see a video of me taking this to Cars and Coffee and kind of reviewing the car and getting people's reactions. We can also do that. So car should be here for probably a couple more days. The weekend's coming up, so let me know if you guys wanna see it. And until next time, thanks for watching.